Hello students, how are you all? Today we are going to start our second part of geography chapter number 2, that is land, soil and water resources. I hope so that you have understood part 1. In this chapter we are going to cover our topics soil resources, soil formation, factors affecting soil formation, soil profile and conservation of soil. As we have read about land resources and now we are going to study about soil resources. So before that we should know the difference between land and soil. See children, land is a general that wherever we go we make our footstep on our land. But if we talk about soil, soil is a subdivision or subpart of our land. Soil is made up of organic matter, minerals and weathered rock. Soil is the topmost layer of land which is composed of grainy substance that is called soil. It takes hundreds of years to make just 1 centimeter of soil. Now here one word came, weathered rock. Let us understand what is weathering. Weathering is the breaking up and decay of rocks due to its temperature change. Temperature means hot, cold, frost actions, then that of plants because of animals and human activities. If we talk about soil formation, all soils initially comes from rocks which are termed as parent material. The parent material may be either directly below the soil or great distances away if wind, water or glaciers have transported the soil. So let us now understand the 5 factors affecting the soil formation. How soil is formed. Many reasons are there of formation of soil. Most important is parent rock and climatic condition. And along with this, there are other factors also. Parent rock determines the color, texture, permeability, chemical property and mineral content of the soil. Means parent rock defines that what will be the color. For example, black soil is an example of rock material originating from igneous rock, and alluvial soil is transported from the sedimentary rocks. If we talk about texture, it means on touching the soil, how it feels. For example, limestone is very soft and laterite soil is rough. So it determines the texture of the soil which chemical property and mineral these possesses. Then comes permeability, which means if soft soil is there, it allows water to go inside level. High permeability means more water is allowed by soil to reach deep inside, and low permeability means it has hard soil which does not allow water to go deep inside. In desert areas we have more permeability because the rocks over there are calcareous, means conquered, which allows water to flow deep inside. So we have to understand that parent rock are permeable or not. Now let us talk about climate. How climate play an important role in soil formation. Climate determines temperature, rainfall, rate of weathering and humus. For example, when we have heavy rainfall, in that the surface or topsoil is wash off. That's why rock weathering and humus formation is greatly influenced by the temperature and rainfall patterns. Now let us talk about our next factor, that is relief. Relief or topography is the altitude. Altitude means height or slope that determines the accumulation of soil at one place. It means that the runoff water or eroded material will tell us about the condition of soil in that place. In steep slopes, water penetration is less than on gentle slopes. On steep slope, soil is thinner and weathering process produces less soil material. On the other hand, the gentle slopes with good drainage and slow erosion help in good soil formation. On these slopes, there is a balance between removal of soil and formation of soil. Living organism is another factor in which flora, fauna and microorganisms affect the rate of humus formation. See children, both plants and animals influences soil formation. How? See, dead plants and animals provide humus which adds fertility to the soil. Time is one of the most important factor in the formation of soil. It determines the thickness of soil profile. A soil is said to be mature when it has been acted upon by soil forming process for a long time and has developed a profile that remains the same for a long period of time. Older the soil, more fertile it will be as compared to the soil formed in the recent past. Now let us start our next topic, that is soil profile. Here I am showing you a diagram in which I am going to explain you this diagram and tell you about the different layers of the soil. Now let us talk about horizon A or topsoil. Soil has some layers and the topmost layer is thin, but it is very important layer of soil. It defines the humus and vegetation of a place. So, the topsoil contains humus and vegetation. Humus are fertile elements in organic matter, which is a mixture of decomposed organic matters. So, fertility of soil depends on humus. More humus means more fertile land. Now, we will talk about horizon B. Children, horizon B means subsoil, which contains mixture of sand, silt and clay. It means below the topsoil. The intermediate base of soil is subsoil. Children, in geography, we can say that geography is the living subject. You can relate it to the all-round living conditions. If you will relate it to the outer nature around you with your study, you will understand it in a better manner. Topsoil and subsoil are the form of true soil. Now let us talk about horizon C, that is rock fragments. When we dig the land, for example, we dig a bore well, the color of sand comes out, different colors of sand comes out. So it shows that we penetrate inside the soil layers. Different types of soil layers will occur. Subsoil has sand, silt and clay under it. It is weathered rock, and weathered rock material is that layer of soil which is because of soil erosion. And soil erosion took place because of temperature change, human activities and plants and animals, as we talked earlier also. Now let us talk about horizon D, that is parent rock. Horizon D or parent rock is also called bedrock. That is the unbroken solid rock material lying below horizon C. Parent rock provide a base which defines us that how will be the subsoil or topsoil. So children, this is your soil profile diagram which you have to draw in your copy. This diagram is there in your book. I hope now you are clear with the topic soil profile. Student, here we come with the end of part 2, and soon I will be posting next video, that is part 3.